welcome back to another video on the Football Zone and to another edition of Smackdown Out of 10, reviewing a big episode of Smackdown. And yeah, Smackdown's in a kind of funny period. We're kind of a few weeks away still from day one. So just building towards that. Obviously we've got Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, all of that sort of stuff going on, so it's all very exciting. So let's get straight into it with Sami Zayn, who kicked off Smackdown in a wheelchair and claimed to be the toughest man in history for surviving an assault from both Lesnar and Reigns. Sami said that he was portrayed by Lesnar last week and planned to sue WWE management, the referee, as well as Heyman and the two men. Heyman walked out and said that he was the one who sued people, not Sami. Zayn somehow got behind Paul and with some help from his male nurses before reminding him that Reigns was on holiday and he could rip Heyman's head off. Lesnar's music hit and the Beast Incarnate walked out and brought a steel chair to the ring. Brock made fun of the chair and sat down in front of Sami. Brock apologised for last week and faked concern, asking if Zayn was okay. Brock said that he attacked Zayn to make sure Roman's win over him wouldn't be official before inviting Sami to go hunting him. Zayn said that he was vegan before Brock was about to run him over when Heyman did that. Heyman said that the Beast Incarnate was going soft. The comment was made Brock pleasant and he attacked Zayn's male nurses. Brock then kicked Sami out of the wheelchair and hit an F5 on Zayn. And backstage on Smackdown, Brock claimed that Heyman was still his advocate. So yeah, just building ever so much towards that storyline. Really strong start to Smackdown, just increase that tension. That was Boogs and Nakamura versus Los Cesarios. Boogs and Humberto kicked off the match and Garza rushed the ring, but he was taken out by a massive dropkick. Humberto used distraction to ambush Boogs and locked in a hold before Rick reversed out of it and got back in control. Nakamura was then tagged in a run on the Kinshasa in the face of Humberto for the quick dub. Decent match. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Kind of wanted a bit more match, but it puts the IC champion looking strong. But yeah, after Los Cesarios had a decent run, I kind of hoped for a bit more. Before King Woods was backstage and Kofi and the rest of the tag team division unveiled his new crown with a giant X on top of it. Actually looks quite nice. Before Drew McIntyre walked out to Alan Pearce in his office and asked to talk about the Black Friday Battle Royale, Pearce said that the list of contestants came from higher-ups before mentioning the same authorities restricted him from bringing his sword to the ring. Drew impaled Pearce's table with a sword and walked out. I'm not going to lie, it was actually pretty badass, so I agree with that. Before Sasha Banks hyped up Toni Storm for a match against Charlotte, before Sheamus then did take on Drew McIntyre. Both men unloaded on each other and before Drew was caught on the ropes and for some signature blows to the chest, but he turned it around. Outside the ring, Sheamus took a base but he suplex before he headed for a break. Back on SmackDown, Drew set up for the Claymore but got a knee to the face for a 2 count before Sheamus got a knee full. Drew rolled Sheamus up for a 2 count before he got the Glasgow Kiss and a Claymore, picking up the win. Backstage on SmackDown, as Corbin and Moss stole Pearce's desk with Drew scored and embedded it. For the whole Drew stuff, I'll give it 7 out of 10. Decent promo, decent match, so yeah. But moving on, we got a short tribute for Jack Lanza before the show continued. Rest in peace, Jack. Before Naomi was out next and called out Sonya Deville for their match. Deville came out and said that Sasha, Shayna Baszler was the special guest timekeeper and Natalya was the ring announcer. Before we got Naomi versus Sonya, Naomi went after Baszler and Natalya right off the back. Deville fled the ring and brought back Baszler and Natty as a trio cornered Naomi in the ring. Xia Li came to make the save and Natty and Baszler leaving Deville and Naomi in the ring. Naomi double-teamed Deville and Baszler before being dragged back out before the heels headed backstage. It was an okay way to debut Xia Li, but just repetitive now. And we'll see where this goes, but I'll give it a 5 out of 10, but it could be a 6, I don't know. The rest of Jackass Forever was backstage on SmackDown with Riddle and Randy wasn't impressed. Great to see them coming in. Before we got Charlotte versus Toni Storm. Toni took Charlotte down early on with a crossbody before taking a big boost. Storm went for a roll-up and failed to get a pin, but Charlotte hung her up on the ropes and tried to send her into the corner. In the ring, Charlotte catched Storm down for the referee called off the match. Flair lost the belt, but took Toni to the ring and hit her with one more move before taunting her and posing with the title belt. It was kind of predictable. Toni Storm wins well done at disqualification to get the title shot. We all knew it was coming. But it doesn't make it good though, does it? I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Before Brock Lesnar walked out to Adam Pearce and thanked him for the final suspension, he was then talking about how he haunted the Butchered, a giant moose, during his time off. He even named them Dead Moose after Pearce. Before we got New Day versus Usos versus RK Bro in a really crazy but fun main event. RK Bro was leading in the twist poles as we headed into this match, and Riddle and Kofi kicked things off. Riddle went for an early armbar before taking a dropkick from Kofi, who brought Woods in right after. Woods was in control of the match as SmackDown continued before Jey Uso sneaked in on Woods and sent Riddle outside. Back on SmackDown, Riddle was being isolated by the Usos before Randy ran in and tried to save him. The referee sent Randy back into his corner while the Usos sent Riddle into the ring post outside. Riddle was still in trouble in the ring before dodging a dive into the corner and sent Jimmy over the ropes and trying to take him Randy, but the Usos attacked Orton before the New Day break up a pin on Riddle, and the match continued to be headed for a break. Back in the ring, Woods was in with Riddle and the King got a near fall. As SmackDown rolled on, and the match continued to flow. Riddle was still in trouble in the ring as the match continued on the SmackDown, and Randy hit his big move on the apron. Kingston came in for a double team, but was taken down by Riddle. The original boy made a tag, and Randy rushed the ring, taking out the Usos before Jay dragged them outside the ring. Woods was sent into the announcers table by Orton. Back in the ring, Randy got the draping DDT on Jimmy before Jay took him out. Randy got an RKO, but it was sent outside as Woods targeted him and hit a double team finisher to pick up the victory. I'm going to give this 7 out of 10. As I said, a really random match, but it was really, really good fun. That's exactly what you want on your wrestling shows. I'm going to give it 7 out of 10. It'll be interesting to see where it goes like this from this, if it was just a one-off or not. But on the whole, it was a really, really enjoyable match and definitely worth my time. But anyway, overall this week, SmackDown gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Yeah, SmackDown was a kind of a weird show this week. Obviously, you had that really interesting but fun main event, which was good. There were some bits in between that were a bit iffy. Some of the women's division stuff this week I wasn't a massive fan of, as reflected in my grades. But on the whole, it wasn't a disastrous episode of SmackDown, but it wasn't one of the best episodes of SmackDown either. But anyway guys, that's it for the video. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, leave your thoughts, comments down below. If you're interested in the description below for daily wrestling news and subscribe to the channel that's going on, it'll be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.